Okay, hi guys, your wrestling rumours here again. I thought we should do our follow up after yesterday's, due to the news that we got late on last night, early this morning, about John Morrison. He's going to part ways with WWE. Not too much of a shock, we've not really seen him too much. Everybody knew he was unsettled when Melina left. They kind of stood up for Melina, got a bit of heat for WWE backstagers and that. Obviously, the big story is he's probably definitely going to go to TNA. TNA are already talking about it, introducing him with Melina when he does show up. Melina sliding right into the knockout section, maybe managing Morrison for a wee while, but they're actually talking about instead of him going straight into World Championship. I was actually looking forward to some John Morrison against Jeff Hardy, but I think they're going to try and push him into X Division and have him feuding with Austin Aries. Well, yeah, no bad. I think he'll fit into TNA quite well. He's got a really good style of wrestling that suits TNA down to a T. But as I said, he's probably been promised a belt, a strap, at some point early when he joins. I can't see him joining for any other reason. I know he wasn't getting used well in WWE. A lot of people saying that. I think it was just because they couldn't really fit him in. He's not good at promos. TNA are quite heavy on promos, although they do a lot of in-ring stuff. I don't know. I'd like to see him. I'd like to see him succeed. He'll probably go back to WWE if he makes a success of it and can prove himself a bit. Like he might be the next Jeff Hardy, except without the drugs. He'll go to TNA, to WWE, to TNA. I'd like to see him come back to WWE when he's the full package. I think he could be exceptionally good. We'll leave it at that now. Any news we get, obviously, we'll post it up on the Facebook page. So just stay tuned, and obviously, if you're on Twitter as well. The next story was Zack Ryder. And Zack Ryder's been getting a bit of heat off WWE officials backstage because he's dyed his hair. Don't know if you noticed at Survivor Series, he dyed his hair a kind of blonde colour. WWE officials and the merchandising team were not happy, as they've just released a bunch of merchandise with obviously Zack Ryder with the dark hair and stuff like that. It's easily fixed. He just dyes his hair back. I don't even know if they'll make him do it or not, or this is just Zack Ryder getting the other end of the stick now with people not liking him instead of everybody loving him. As I say, not really a big deal. I found it kind of funny. Next thing I'm going to talk about, if you don't want to hear it, is the SmackDown spoilers for Friday night. So as I say, if you don't want to hear it, just turn this off now. I'm going to be discussing SmackDown spoilers, the tapings that are going to be going live at the weekend. So we're going to start with the opening. It opens Mark Henry standing in the ring. He's saying he demands more respect. He's a world heavyweight champion. He shouldn't be treated this way. Big Show this, Big Show that. So Big Show comes out. They argue for a little while, and then Big Show knocks him out with a WMD. Mark Henry lying flat on his back, middle of the ring. Daniel Bryan's music hits, comes out carrying the briefcase, runs down, tells the ref he's cashing it in. He pins Mark Henry and the crowd goes bananas. They go absolutely crazy. Teddy Long comes out, and obviously he hasn't won it. Teddy Long comes out and says, no, listen, he couldn't compete due to an injury, so the win isn't valid. Obviously the crowd aren't too happy about that. It's announced that he'll be facing Cody Rhodes later, or it'll be Daniel Bryan, Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes and Wade Barrett in a fatal 4-way to crown the number one contender for the next week's live show. After that, you have Hunico beat Justin Gabriel. You have Beth Phoenix and Natalia in a squash match against Caitlyn and AJ Lee. Alicia Fox was in commentary there, but as I say, it was a really quick match. Couldn't have much time to say anything. You're going to get a promo showing off Kane's return. You've probably seen it already on Monday night. I don't know if it's going to be a different one, I'm not too sure. But Kane's on his way back. They have a backstage segment with Zack Ryder and Sheamus, preparation for their tag team match. Their tag team match is going to be against Dolph Ziggler and Jack Swagger. Sheamus and Zack Ryder gone. They beat Dolph Ziggler and Jack Swagger. I'm not too sure about how it all ends. I just know the winner, it was Sheamus. Zack Ryder wins, so Zack Ryder's still getting his push. It's quite good. Mark Henry then finds out that he'll be defending his world title next week in a steel cage. So the winner of the Fatal 4-Way at the end of the show is going to face Mark Henry next week live. The next week's SmackDown is going to be live on TV, so it'll be a live cage match. Ted DiBiase beat Heath Slater. Heath Slater after a bit of an absence there because he failed the wellness policy. Ted DiBiase a bit. I don't think he's being used correctly at the minute. I just think creative are finding it hard to find him a slot to just kind of slide in. I'm sure he'll be doing something. Maybe coming up to Mania, might get a decent run. We'll just skip right to the main event. Daniel Bryan beat Cody Rhodes, Wade Barrett and Randy Orton for a number one contender. It's going to be Daniel Bryan who's going to face Mark Henry next week in the steel cage. Cody Rhodes attacked Bryan after the match and beat him down until Orton came in with a save with, yep, you guessed it, the RKO. So it ends with Cody Rhodes receiving the RKO for Randy Orton. So it's going to be next week on SmackDown. Daniel Bryan will face Mark Henry in a steel cage for the World Championship. Like to hear your thoughts on that. Sounds a bit weird. To be honest, I forgot Daniel Bryan actually had the briefcase until I heard that he came down to cash it in. But we'll just need to see how all that goes. I'll try and keep these audio blogs coming. Sorry if I kind of stutter and stammer a wee bit. I'm just trying to get used to them at the minute. Keep checking the page, hope we get updated very regularly. Good couple of times a day. The winner of the profile pick contest that you maybe seen on the last one was the CM Punk. The CM Punk profile picture's up and running now. So get on, get posting, follow us on Twitter. Remember, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Keep in touch, and I'll speak to you soon. Thanks very much.